Is that even something that we could make here? $700 a month.
You can always hope that the bad decisions that Tata and James are making are going to stop, but it seems like these two just want to keep going over and over again. Hello everyone and welcome back to Chisme Corner. Today we are back with a more lighthearted video after the last one. First and foremost, I want to thank you guys for all the love and support that you guys had for me on my last upload. I really appreciate it. You guys have no idea. So we're not gonna make this video sad. We're gonna try to make it happy because we're not trying to be on that mood at the moment. Before we keep going, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and to let me know your thoughts about this episode.
Actually touchy each other, if you know what I mean.
James and Tata are going to get some sexy time, you know, by themselves before they move in with her parents that they still haven't told they're moving in.
Are you kidding me?
James wishes that he prepare himself for the battleground that he's about to enter because he knows that Tata's parents might be as volatile as she is. Once they arrive at the house, I was surprised by how big the home is and just how much work Tata's dad is putting into the house. When James saw the room that he was going to be sleeping in and started complaining about not really being able to sleep there because nothing is done,
It looks like I'm stepping into a prison.
I did get a little frustrated because you haven't even told him and you're complaining about where you're gonna be staying in. Be grateful that they're even capable of giving you a room to sleep in when you didn't even told him anything and you're still trying to avoid telling them. Tata's mom shares that she's sad they can't all speak the same language.
I'm sorry.
Maaf, Mama katanya.
Even though he had already promised and he still hasn't done it. Once they make it upstairs, the parents remind James that he made a promise a long time ago of him learning the language.
It's disturbingly clear that the 3 promises are still important to them.
Wow, James. Do promises mean nothing to you? While you might make promises just for fun, that's not the case for many people. Many of us actually like to keep those promises. Tata and James love to keep their sex life private by calling making love annoying each other.
It was great. I just like to know him.
I like when you annoy me.
At least we are finally getting a couple that does not give us extreme details about their sex life.
You're the reason why there's so much water in there.
No.
Every time you go in there, it's just like
We also find out that Tata does not know how to use the toilet because every time she does, she leaves water all over the floor like she's a child. She excuses herself by saying that it is the vedette's fault.
Oh my God!
Like, were you standing up while you were cleaning your booty hole?
it hit my magic button. This was a deep clean.
James has had a bad experience with vedettes because one time one of them actually cleaned him properly and he just can't bear the feeling of having something cleaning his insides. But toilet paper is expensive, so he's going to have to deal with it because
We are broke as broke can be.
now we find out that these two have more debt than we thought. James thought that they were going to be able to bring $10,000 to Indonesia, but thanks to their car breaking down, they had to put $8,000 from that money towards fixing it. And they haven't even paid off the car. So now they have to pay a $700 bill monthly and they don't have the money for it.
As far as what we intended to have for savings here, we are in a really bad spot.
I mean, the banana chip business doesn't even work because they can monetize it properly because they have to work with her dad and her dad does not want to pay James.
Especially selling banana chips for your dad.
Yeah, it's hard.
And Tata takes this time to tell James that they need to talk to her parents today.
Maybe he have a good advice. We don't know.
Dumb James still wants to wait a couple more days because he
It's not that I don't want to tell them. I just don't want to rush into everything so fast.
But Coco, did we hear that right? He doesn't want to rush into anything, even though this whole thing has been rushed and all your decisions have been irrational. But right now we want to take the time to think about it. Then on their confessional, Tata is telling him that, you know, this is good news. They're going to be happy when they hear about this. And James continues with the, I just want to wait. I just want to rest. I just want to relax. But then he says,
I don't feel like it's a real thing 100% yet.
so now he's admitting that he doesn't even know if he wants to stay in Indonesia. You already quit your job back home. You already moved all your things over here. Tata is under the idea that you guys are not moving from here at all.
You know him better than me, so I'm following your lead on this.
He finally agrees to let her tell her parents because he doesn't have the guts to do it. And I mean, we can also give him a little bit of grace and say that Tata knows him better, and that's one of the reasons why he wants her to do it. On this segment, our contestants are going to choose what is the best place to have a serious conversation: your mom's house, a therapist's office, or a furniture store. If you picked anything other than a furniture store, then you are wrong.
Come, let's go sit on the couch, babe.
Shekinah still has a lot of feelings over the conversation that she had with Sarper's ex.
Did you ever tell her you love her?
You mean to tell me that Sarper slept with over 2,000 women and you're surprised that he said he loves one of those women? Now she's speaking on all the things that he has said in the past, like back then when he told her that he loved her, and then when she came back he was like, oh, this is finally real.
After I met you, you told me you loved me 3 days in.
Trying to say that they were not legit until that moment. These two plastics get kicked out of the store, so now they continue their conversation in the taxi, where Sarper described the relationship as a friend with benefits. And Shekinah keeps thinking that all the things that the girl said were true.
She described you as her boyfriend, and you were in what was turning into a serious relationship.
I have an idea. Why don't we focus on making our relationship stronger and stop focusing on things that don't matter? Once they go back home, Shekinah tells Sarper that she does not want to be played by him. And Sarper tells her that he has changed his entire life. He says that he was a lonely little wolf walking the streets of the whole life.
I was a lonely wolf before you.
But now he's a changed man for her.
I love Sarper so much, so of course I want to believe everything he tells me.
She is worried that he would go back to his old ways, but I have a feeling that these two are actually stuck for life and nothing would ever separate them.
You never said to her that you love her.
Never.
You know how sometimes I say I love you and you say me too? Did you do that?
No.
If someone would have told me that they love me, that's an instant bye. See you never. I actually had a situation a long time ago where this boy told me he loved me so soon into us dating that I actually ended things with him the next day. I'm not someone to say I love you to just anyone. In Spanish, there's actually layers to even saying I love you to someone. It goes from me gustas, te quiero, te amo, and you guys only have I like you and I love you. And I don't really know what we would do for the other one, but yeah, I always find that super interesting. Sarper is assured that he didn't lead anyone on, and once Shekinah tells him,
Okay, well, I believe you.
I was a cock before you. And right now, I transformed into a peacock.
that's exactly how I imagine Sarper sounding. A little bit more of a deeper voice. I don't have a deep voice, or do I? Do I have a deep voice? I don't know. Whatever. The thing is, I don't have Sarper's voice. They kiss, they make out, moving on to the next couple. Josh and Lily are off to play badminton since Lily loves it so much, even though she's not too good at it. So she starts introducing him to her friends, and when they get to the man,
Are these the boys you always play with?
Yes.
to me, he did sound a little jealous, but then later on he says that he finally is able to put a face to the names, and specifically the man, because in the past, Lily has not really wanted to FaceTime him when she is playing with them. And to Josh, that is concerning. Once they sit down, Lily takes this time to remind him how much she loves the game and how it relaxes her. But she also noticed that Josh was a little jealous and he was a little upset when they were playing. I don't think Lily wants to have someone watching her while she's playing, like on the phone. But I do think that both of them could have had a conversation where Josh was allowed to meet the friends, so he would calm down a little bit and he wouldn't be so insecure about it.
Can we video call? And when you would say no, it made me wonder why.
That is the thing with long distance relationships, that there's certain things that you are going to have to do that you wouldn't be doing in a normal, you know, close-up relationship. Another problem that they're facing is that Josh likes to tell Lily that she doesn't love him.
他就会说我是跟男人在一起啊，把老公抛在后面了呀。
And that when she doesn't reply to his messages or calls, he thinks that she's with another man. In my opinion, Josh already knows that monetarily he has nothing to offer to her, and if she finds someone that is able to give her what he can't give her, she's going to leave him.
You always stressed. You think I will leave you. Not, honey. I don't leave you. Never.
I think that Josh has to remind himself that when you say things, you might speak them into existence. Eventually, Lily is going to start believing those things. She's going to start believing that she does not love him. And if you have someone trying to make you believe that you are not in love with them when you are, it's going to get frustrating. And I wouldn't blame her if at the end of the day, she's like, I cannot do this anymore. They have another issue, and that is that Lily likes to open his messages and doesn't reply to them. So then Josh's head starts going around in circles, wondering why is Lily not replying? What is she doing? Who is she with? I'm just giving Lily some grace because she's a business owner, and I would think that at times she just doesn't feel the need to reply to certain messages, or maybe she just forgot about it because she's busy. But you also have to communicate those things to your partner and tell them why you didn't reply. And honestly, they always say that if they wanted to, they would. Let's work on that.
In the past, I've been in relationships where I've been abandoned, and I just don't want to ever feel you'll abandon.
And that's why he has a lot of trust issues. I personally enjoyed this argument a lot because neither of them were attacking each other. Both of them shared their concerns and agreed to do better.
I hope in the future we will always have a good communication. Okay.
Even though Josh shared that they have more arguments and then what we can see, they're one of my favorite couples so far, and it's interesting to see that their arguments are very grounded. They're not yelling at each other, they're not cussing each other out, they're just having an adult conversation that a lot of cast members need to take notes on. That is all we get for Lily and Josh. Now we're moving on to Statler and Dempsey. Statler has spent the 10 hours on her flight freaking out and trying to convince herself to not jump off the plane.
My friend has me doubting if Dempsey is using me, and there's no backup plan. Holy what the have I done?
It is a little too late for that, don't you think? When she feels overwhelmed, she shuts down, and that's going to become a problem because the moment that Dempsey gets there and sees the amount of excitement that Statler is going to have in her face, it's not gonna go too well.
All I want to do is shut down.
I wasn't nervous before now. I've just felt like complete excitement.
I'm pretty sure that both of them are gonna have so much fun. Yay! Dempsey is arriving at the airport and she is telling us that, you know, she's scared, the excitement is hitting her, and that Statler hasn't been too happy about the move, that she doesn't seem to enjoy it, she does not want to be there, and she has shut down multiple times. However, Statler told Dempsey
she'll be excited when she gets here, so I'm just waiting for her to be excited when she gets here.
So right now, Dempsey is expecting a happy Statler, and she's going to get frustrated, jet lag, overwhelm Statler. The doors open, Statler walks out, and she is so mad. She looks extremely frustrated. Honestly, she was more excited about her not selling her car than seeing Dempsey. This is where the conflict starts.
Yay, I'm here.
Are you excited to see me?
Yes, I'm excited to see you.
Because Dempsey was expecting to see her all happy, you know, full of joy, hugging her, loving her, and that's not what we're getting. So, and not only that, but to make it worse, they lost her luggage.
I wish she was a little bit more excited to see me, if I'm being completely honest.
I am excited, I just don't have energy.
And I could understand both of them. Like, I know that Statler is overwhelmed. Again, she has shared with us that she has autism, that she suffers from ADHD. So, you know, moments like this contribute to how your mood is going to be. I also understand where Dempsey is coming from, because when you see your partner after such a long time, you're expecting them to be excited. You want to see the joy in their face. And when you see them and they look like they just woke up from a nap that they weren't supposed to wake up from, of course, you're not going to be happy about it. And it only continues to get worse because they can't leave just yet. They have to wait for another taxi because it has the bike on it. They have to put the luggage on that taxi, I guess, with the bike, and then they have to go themselves on a different one, and it takes 50 minutes to get home. So yeah, things are going great.
I'm not gonna try to force myself to fake it. Like, that's one part of me that you like, that I'm real. I'm always honest and real, so.
You don't have to be so harsh, especially with your partner. Like, she's excited to see you, and I think you could smile just a little bit, you know, show some excitement. There was this one time I was reading this article about how people with autism tend to mask their emotions, where in this case, for example, Statler, instead of acting like she just did, she would smile, act excited, you know, mask who she is, because they want to please their friends, their family, and just us in general. So I do try to understand it a little bit on that side, but again, we are humans, we want emotions, we want to see the excitement from our partner, and we're not getting any of that from Statler. Once they're in the taxi, things start getting worse, because
The plan right now is to go and get the van.
And Statler is like, no, why will you decide to plan it like that when I just got off a flight? Like,
all I want to do is check into a hotel room and maybe take a bath and sleep.
I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but after you get out of a flight, the last thing you want to do is go sort out a van. The first thing you want to do is go take a bath, relax, sleep. But they're on their way to get the camper. I totally agree with Statler on this. Like, I don't know what Dempsey was expecting from that. She says that they're on a schedule, but I'm pretty sure that we can push that schedule for one day. At this point, Dempsey is already frustrated, so she's like, you know what, I'll just go deal with it myself. You stay somewhere else and I'll just go get the van. And Statler's like, no.
Do it all how you want to do it. Put me in one little cabinet.
Like, okay, what are you talking about? Like, I don't think your partner will do that to you. Dempsey's like, I just don't understand why this is such a big deal. Because the easy thing to do is to go pick up the van and just live in it and deal with it. But again, they keep going back and forth with this.
Well, if you're not excited, you're not excited. You find out. I'll be excited on my own. I'm
then
not
be
gonna
excited on your own. Don't let me take it from you.
And she says, fine, I'll be miserable on my own. And then Dempsey's like, fine, I'm not gonna suppress my feelings just because you don't feel good. And when Statler tells her, fine, you know, I'm not in charge of your happiness.
Let me be in charge of my misery. I'm enjoying it just fine, thank you.
I love my misery. Dempsey goes, fine, fuck off. And Statler does not like that one bit.
What did you call me?
I said, ball.
Cool.
So yeah, that's what we get for all of the couples. We are going to get Tata screaming like La Llorona. We're gonna get a new couple that already have problems because she hasn't told her family that she's actually married to this man. You guys in your lives.
Instead, it's just like flat, no excitement there.
To this day, they say that she's still not excited about moving over there. So that's gonna be all for today, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff if you enjoyed this video. See you guys next time. Bye.